Well, hey guys, in today's video, I want to show you a few things that you're going to need with your above ground pool. So let's go ahead and dive in. Well, guys, the first thing I recommend you checking out is a ladder. If you don't have one of these and your pool didn't come with one, you need to grab a ladder. This is super helpful because you don't want to have to pick your kids up and out of here. You want to make sure that you have one of these in order your kids to get in and out. It's super easy, and again, it's not hard to put together. I'm going to have a link for everything I talk about in the description, but this, again, is one of the things I recommend that everyone has for your above ground pool. Well, guys, the next thing that you're going to need is a skimmer. You're going to need one of these in order to get leaves and stuff out of your pool. You want to make sure that you have one of these so you can grab leaves and dump them out. You want to make sure that you get a good one, and you also want to make sure that you get one with a longer pole, because if you just get the top, you're not going to be able to get all the way to the middle. So you want to make sure that you get a pretty good skimmer, because you're going to be using this to get leaves, other items out of your pool, maybe toys or anything like that. But this, again, is, I think, an item that you're going to really need with your above ground pool. Next item I recommend that you have for your above ground pool is a water vacuum cleaner. And this is the one that we have, and you want to get one that you can use in your pool. You're going to be cleaning stuff out, whether it's leaves or any type of junk in the bottom or sand or any kind of thing like that. So you want to have some type of vacuum cleaner that you can clean out your pool with, because you're going to be doing that throughout the summer. And as, again, your pool gets dirty or anything gets in it. So highly recommend you get a pool vacuum. Another thing I recommend is some type of pool testing kit. This is the one that I use. And all you have to do is just take it out of here, and it's these little strips. You just take these little strips out, easy little strip like this, super easy. You just dip it in there and you let it dry, and then you compare all the colors to the side of the bottle right here, and it will tell you kind of what it needs to be and kind of the hardiness. It tells you the chlorine, bromine, alkalinity, and all that kind of stuff, and it tells you even the pH and what it should be and what your pool is, and then it can tell you, like, hey, you need to add this chemical, or you need to add this thing, or whatever that might be. So I think this is something that everyone that has an above ground pool should get. That leads me into my next item, and you'll need some type of chlorine, whether it's something like this, or you can kind of research different ones. This is the one that we use. You're going to need some type of chlorine, again, in order for it to stay clean and make sure your water is chlorinated. Then you're also going to need some type of dispenser, and so this is the one we have. They have all different kinds as well, but you need something to put your chlorine tablets in, and you can put them in here and let them kind of just float around and drift around. But you'll need some type of chlorine, again, to kind of help make sure you maintain the correct balance, correct chlorine level, and that kind of stuff. So highly recommend. Another thing is chlorine. Another thing you're going to need is pool shock. This is going to help maintain your area and your pool right here. It's going to make sure that no bacteria or anything like that will grow in your pool. So you're going to need to keep this on hand, because you don't want any algae or anything like that growing in your pool. So you're going to have to test, again, to see when you're going to need this and when you can use it, as well as the chlorine and everything like that. But this is another thing you're going to need to make sure you get to maintain your pool. Another thing I recommend is some type of landing right here. We put this in so they can easily get in and out. We also sometimes put some water right here so they can wash their feet off. But we also recommend steps. If you don't have steps, that's a good thing. You can get these, just kind of these square concrete blocks. These are super easy little pavers. But we recommend this, so again, you're not putting a lot of sand, a lot of dirt into the pool. That's when we have the water here, but also we have a lot of dirt. If you have nice grass, you might not need this, but we recommend, again, if you're going to be walking back and forth, putting these out really helps you out. Another thing you're going to need is some type of extension cord that's going to run to your pump. That's going to control, again, the pump and the filter on your pool. And so maybe your pool is right next to your house, or maybe it's right next to an outlet. That works out well, but if not, you're going to need to get an extension cord, and it might have to run across your yard or any kind of thing like that. So you're going to need some type of extension cord that can do that. And I also recommend some type of box you can put all of this in. We have it in just a little cooler right now. You can put it in another box. You know, we've done that before, but we like it like that, so that way it won't get super wet or anything, and it can stay pretty dry in all of the elements in the rain. So you're going to need some type of extension cord, and then also some type of box for this all to stay in. Well, a couple other bonus tips that I recommend for you guys. Number one is this pool basket. This just hangs over the side right here, and it can hold anything that you might need, whether it's goggles, your towel, your keys, or whatever it might be. This is a cool little thing right here. And another recommendation I have for you guys is a pool light. So they make lights that actually stick on the side of these pools, and they'll go on the inside. You can control them, and it also goes on the bottom. So whichever one you might want to use, these are some recommendations that we're going to try this year, and highly recommend them. So these are just a few of my recommendations that you need to have with your pool. If you have any other ones, let me know in the comments. That also help other people watching this. But thanks so much for checking this video out. There's other pool videos you can check out right here, and I'll see you over there.